Hey Saber fans, Tony here from Run Sabers, and today we've got another commission lightsaber kind of fix, so this is a bit different. This is a Korbanth, or I guess 89 Sabers Duke V2. It's chrome-plated, rubber grips. This is Count Dooku's lightsaber from, of course, Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. Now, previously we did Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber, and if you want to check that out, there's going to be a link below. But now we get to do the master of Qui-Gon Jinn, which is Count Dooku. Now, I was requested to fix this lightsaber, so the previous owner had bought it from another owner who got it from Korbanth, and a lot of confusing stories. But anyways, and then he commissioned me to fix it. And so this is a CFX build, a very intricate lightsaber. Now, the buttons I originally thought were here and here. You got the gold here and the red acrylic, which I didn't know was acrylic originally. I've seen photos and videos of this saber. I've never actually got to build something like this, but now I get to fix it, and so it's very nice. There is no threading on this lightsaber whatsoever. It's just retention screws, and then this claw holds most of the lightsaber together. The chassis and the build itself is pretty nice. I did have a bit complaints when you get a saber like this that's meant to be fixed, you're not quite sure what you're going to run into. And so when I took the saber apart, which also was kind of interesting to me because I don't know the saber very well, the wires are everywhere, and I wasn't sure how the speaker or even the buttons worked, and so it was kind of interesting to see this challenge. Now, it is about 7/8 of an inch all the way through. This lightsaber is brass, by the way, very heavy, very heavy. Like, when you hold it, you know it's a lightsaber, and so it's a wonderful part of anybody's collection. And so they're currently out of stock. I'm pretty sure A9 Sabers might redo it, but this is running CFX. You have your retention screw here and inside the claw here, and that's going to be your blade retention, which is a different screw. That's one gripe I have about it, is that your retention screw is different from here and here, because if you had the same retention screw, you could do the blade and do the pommel with one retention screw. Sadly, they're different Allen keys and retention screws, so yeah, I won't mess with the retention right now, but I will show you the chassis. So Korbanth had designed their own chassis for this lightsaber, and that's what is seen here. So again, gold knob out. You give it a little shake, pull straight out. You have a 22 or 24, I think it's 24 speaker in there from just the custom saber shop. You've got your recharge port, and then you've got your SD card access. Now, originally all of the wire was 28 gauge wire, and I didn't really like that. 26, something very, very thin, and I didn't like it at all. It broke a lot. I think that's why originally it broke, because the wires were just thin and brittle, and they just snapped off. I had to replace a switch on this, as well as just resolder the joints onto the board so they were more sturdy. What I do recommend for the customer is keep the kill key out when you're messing with it and stuff, because if you put the kill key in, it puts pressure on this chassis, and it pushes the buttons. Now, the buttons are located here and here. They're both tactile, in and out, which is kind of weird, because when you're handling the saber, you can't really, blasters and stuff here and there. But they're very good, very tactile. Again, running CFX. I put some foam on there to snap the board in place. Originally, when I found it and took the stuff apart, the board wasn't attached to the chassis or snapped into place, which it was designed to, and the speaker was jammed in there really far. And so that's working now. Originally, it had like maybe one Dooku font on there. I don't know if that was the previous owner messing with the config file, or if that's what Korbanth did it. But either way, I of course put more Dooku fonts on there. It has rubber grips inserts that are probably glued on there. Kovertech, of course. But yeah, so one of these switches, let me see, this is your activation, I believe. Yep. And your blasters and auxiliary on this side. So, very nice. Very loud. I had actually turned down the volume because the original preset was extremely loud. So, I think that's it. It does come with a blade plug, but it is very snug because this is all chrome plated. Let's show you the fonts. So now we're going to go through the fonts I put on it. Now, most of the fonts are just dark side because this is Count Dooku's lightsaber. We'll go through most of them, but we'll probably edit through some of them, because the track that I put in the middle and CFX, we have to go through the fonts, and it's kind of annoying because all the beeping and stuff. So, first font, we'll go through.
Sound bank selection.
Now, I added a custom track between it, just so you can hear everything going on in the background, because the other stuff is ambience and I didn't really like it, so I added this prequel track to it, so it's quite nice. So to confirm it, you hold the power button.
I don't think so.
And so yeah, this is Kyberphonics Count's Claw. It came with the original config file, so I just used it and repeated it. So yeah. There's a hard press for the button. Now your board is located right at the end of the hilt, so actually you can get smooth swing by just twisting it. It's kind of cool, but yeah. Clashes. Blasters, of course, with the aux. Your aux is with the Kovertech. Don't know how well those pop up, but Lock up, you hold down, no clash needed. Now, force effects are a bit tricky with this lightsaber because you're supposed to hold Ox and swing, and it's kind of hard to do that with this lightsaber, but I'll try for you real quick. So hold the Ox and... Nope. Also, color changing. So if you hold... This is why it's so complicated, because if you hold down power... Not for that long. If you hold down power and tap Ox, you go into color changing mode, and you can change into whatever color. So it's hold press, hold press, hold press. You gotta do it kind of quickly because the timing on the button is slick, so if Dooku was a Jedi, he'd probably use this color. But yeah, you have all the color presets that I put on there. Nothing too snazzy. But and then you're back to the red. So we'll go through the next font. So on these fonts next two, I put quotes to kind of follow Dooku's path as a Sith. So next font.
Sound bank selection.
You see, my Jedi powers are far beyond yours.
So episode 2,
Back down.
fighting Obi-Wan. Next font.
It is obvious that this contest cannot be decided by our knowledge of the
This is when he
Force,
fights Yoda.
but by our skills with a lightsaber.
Also has the track. To get into tracks, you double tap. So you double tap the power button. And so, pretty fun. So to double tap, or you can hold it to turn it off. But yeah, next font.
Sound bank selection.
It is obvious that this contest cannot be decided by our knowledge of the Force.
My powers have doubled since the last time we met.
Episode 3. And then you hold it down.
Good. Twice the pride, double the fall.
Good stuff. This is the same track and same font. Nothing really changed there, but I'll show you real quick. So hard press. Yeah. You gotta be careful messing around because the buttons are right there, so you want to grip it right there. I do it all the time with this one. There we go. So yeah. You can do it one-handed with the rubber grips right there, which would do what Dooku would use, or you can adjust and have your top hand closer to the claw and your left hand on the rubber grips. That's what I would recommend. So. Very cool. Anyway, you can't help but get in the mood. It's quite a nice saber. Right. Next font are just dark side fonts going through.
My powers.
At last we will have our revenge. I have been waiting.
Oh, hard press. Gotta wait for a bit and then press and release. I guess hold for a bit and then release because the timing on the button. But yeah, Darth Maul. Color changing. All that jazz. But now, if you want to check your battery, you just tap Aux when it's off, and it'll give you the battery power. Now, it's from the full blade to this, and CFX burns battery pretty quickly, so just be careful of that. You might be charging the saber a lot. But next font.
At last we will have. Right.
So this is Emperor from Kyberphonic, or I think it's called Emperor. But yeah, very different, kind of Clone Wars-esque. Very deep, kind of raspy hum. Very Clone Wars reminiscent. Oh. Very cool stuff. It has a yellow flash on flash. So yeah, cool stuff. Next font.
Sound bank selection.
Kylo Ren.
This is a fun one.
Anything else?
So, of course, the unstable on CFX is a bit different, but it's pretty cool. So I have a burst effect on the ignition, and this is, I forgot what they actually call it. I think it's called heat something, but it's orange and red. The de-ignition is pretty cool. Watch this. It has like kind of a fade effect on the blade. I don't know how well it's going to pick up on camera, but it's a pretty cool effect that you guys can see. Now, I believe this doesn't have a track, I don't think, but next one.
Sound bank selection.
Kylo Ren.
Ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
So this is the tragedy by Kyberphonic.
It's a Sith legend.
Again, kind of suiting. A very slow ignition for this saber. I wanted to kind of change it up because a lot of red fonts you need to kind of change it up a bit. One of them is the slow ignition, and so You have, of course, like, Plagueis theme in the background. Very good font. Lock up. Next.
Sound bank selection.
Over here.
Lord Vader.
Good one. So this is supposed to be reminiscent of Rogue Vader. I mean, I guess it's by K-Sith. It's Rogue Vader by K-Sith. Now, I put the, what is it called? Power strip on, so when you power the ignition lightsaber, you have, oh, on-spark, that's what it's called. I put an on-spark on here, so when you ignite it, it has the effect that Prophet kind of has the build-up of power. Now the blasters on here are a bit different as well. They disperse and kind of let go of power, so it's nice. Very nice. I don't know if this one has the track on it. It does have the track on it. So, cool. Next font.
Sound bank selection.
Lord Vader.
Right.
Moff Gideon.
You have something I want.
So this is the Dark by, or I guess Dark by Kyberphonic. This is the Dark Sword style. I kind of switched it up and decided to give him some kind of a dark side theme as well in this, but it's just a very popular hilt. And Mando is coming out. Oh, hold long press. So I designed this white unstable blade. It's basically the base of the unstable that you saw earlier, but I changed the color to white, and so it's nice. You can't really see the lockup because it's white on white. Oh. Yeah, cool stuff. I had a black flash on flash for the clashes, so you can kind of see them a lot better. But yeah, this one also does have the track. So next font.
Sound bank selection.
Moff Gideon. Okay, this is a new one for me.
Formerly Darth. Now just a Maul.
It gives you that beep. I'm not quite sure why. Came with the font. This is one of the fonts that came over that crossed over with the original config. This is Crimson Lord by Kyberphonic, I believe. It's either that or by K-Sith. I'm not quite sure because it didn't say. But yeah. This is his Inquisitor lightsaber that he uses in Rebels Maul. So. I believe it's K-Sith because of the blaster sound. Kind of tell. Good stuff. I don't think this one has a track. It does. Never mind. Not quite sure. The fonts I carried over from the original Korbanth one, I'm not quite sure which ones do have a track or not, but going into it.
Sound bank selection.
Okay, so this one doesn't have a boot sound, ironically, but it does have a really good track, and so I'll play that while I do this font thing. So this is Tuscan Slayer. I'm not sure if this is by, I think it's Kyberphonic, just based on the smooth swing. So yeah, good font. Good font. Ooh. And then. Oh yeah, so basically these clashes, I forgot about this. The clashes are you slaying Tuscan Raiders. So at least some of them. So very darkish font. The turn of Anakin, I guess. At least one of the steps to it.
Sound bank selection.
So this kind of gets to your pathways to your light side fonts. So this is Light by Kyberphonic. I changed the boot sounds on it to kind of change it, then just have Ray say the light, and so it has R2D2 boot sounds on it. So this one has the Force theme, I believe. Yes, and a lighter blue. So, it's kind of raspy on the speaker, this one. But all you guys have seen light before. Next font.
Sound bank selection.
Anakin Skywalker.
I'll do that one. Oh, wrong one.
Sound bank selection.
One thing I should mention, if you want to go back on one button mod on CFX, you have to keep going in a constant circle. If you want to go back on a preset, you push the power button and it'll go to the previous font that you passed, and then you can hold it down to confirm it. So, like I just did.
Anakin Skywalker.
This is The Chosen One by Sith.
This is where the fun begins.
Darker Blue, of course, episode 3. Oh, I'm changing colors. There we go. Has the Obi-Wan versus Anakin thing. But, yeah.
Sound bank selection.
Anakin Skywalker.
Luke Skywalker. I am a Jedi. Like my father before me.
So I put Daddy Issues on here by Fonts by Fours. Nice little thing. It's most, you know, barge scene, green lightsaber. So, blasters. Oh, nope. And, yeah. Alright, this is font by Kyberphonic, I believe. This is Dark Ray or whatever. It was part of the original config. I decided to carry it over because it was also kind of a dark side theme. The track is very silent, but so hard press. It's kind of unstable. It's a different type of unstable though. It's not like I was almost tempted to put a high flicker on it, but I decided to go with unstable. But it's very. Blasters. Very cool blasters. You have the echo of them. Quite cool. But, yeah. I believe that's the last one. So, you can go back to Count's Claw of episode 2. Okay, that concludes this lightsaber, I guess, fix/review. I hope the customer likes it. I'll be shipping out ASAP. Please like, comment any questions you had, and subscribe. It'll help the channel a lot. I greatly appreciate it. Have a wonderful day, and may the Force be with you.